In this exercise, we're going to have a look at how to create repeating patterns in Affinity Photo version 3's Affinity Photo. And this is really simple, especially if you know how to use Midjourney. And I'll give you a prompt to use in Midjourney in the description and in the exercise here. So the first thing we need to do, this is really easy, is open a file. Now, in here, you'll see I've got pictures and a repeating pattern, children playing in the snow. Let's have a look at that one. We'll open that, and there's the children playing in the snow. Now, Midjourney is very good at creating repeating patterns. You can see the house, but the children, see that child there on the left-hand side? There's his arm on the right-hand side. So the image actually neatly wraps around. The same with the house. Now this really couldn't be simpler. Let's have a look at Pixel. We're going to create a repeating layer here. See our layer over here? Let me emphasize this. Now this is on the Windows 11 Pro platform. But it works exactly the same on Mac, and it works exactly the same on the iPad for the earlier versions. So let's go up here to Pixel, select Pixel, go down here and create a new pattern layer from selection. Now you can see I've got the selection made there. Now they're both exactly the same. Let's go back to the original, which is the background, and I'll lock that, just in case we inadvertently do something untoward to it. Just hide that, and we'll go back to that one, because you can see in there, that's our pattern layer. Let's make that a bit clearer, shall we? And put that in there. Pattern layer. No mistaking it now. Now, how do you know it's a pattern layer? Apparently nothing's changed. But you go up here to the right-hand corner, or any corner for that matter, and drag it in. Now can you see what's happening? See the little boy there? His arms come over to join him there. There's the left-hand side still there. The house is coming over. The houses are joined up there. Let's continue to drag this down. You can see the houses are becoming fully informed there. There's another house repeating. There's the little boys playing in the field, and there they're repeating there. We'll bring that down. Now there's a repeating pattern. You might think, okay, that looks the same. Lots of people, but you could wrap that around mugs, create your own wallpaper with it, create your own Christmas paper with it, and all sorts of things like that. Just go down there, File, wrong one, File, Save As, and we'll put this somewhere, Save As of type Affinity Files. We're in Pictures, Snow Children Tile 1, and I'll put in here W11, just so I can differentiate that later on. That'll save it in that directory. Now, how did I do that again? Let's try a different one. File, Open. On the Mac, of course, you can see that's where the directory is. I'm using Windows on top of the Mac here. Let's look at Cherry's Title 1. We'll open that one. No, it's not the one we want, because that put us back on Cherry's Title 1, which we don't want. Let's open another file. Cherry's Tile 3. There we go. Cherry's Tile 3. All we've got is the move tool there. Yeah, we can't move that because that's on the background, obviously. What we'll do to start with is lock that and duplicate it. Close the lock one, and we've got the top one highlighted. Now let's go to Pixel, New from Pattern Layer. There's our new pattern there. Let's hide the background. We don't need that now because you can see our cherries there coming down the side there, and on the left hand side that's the same cherry. Let's see what happens when we drag it down. You can see that pattern has repeated itself there and joined up. Let's bring that right down. Bring that right down. There's our cherries repeating. Lots of cherries. Millions of cherries. Thousands of cherries. And there's your pattern. More and more cherries. Too many cherries. Let's save that. File. File. Save as. Again, W11. And that's that one saved, just in case we need to come back to it. Too easy. And you can repeat that with almost any pattern. Now, how do we get to our prompt? Organize. Here's our cherry pattern. There's cherry tattoo design, watercolor, Korean style tattoo design, so forth and so on. But you want the word tile to end that. Let's find one that is already tiled. There's a nice one. Put those there. Go to Midjourney. Imagine the prompt. Put in the prompt. Put the word tile at the end of it, and you can put other options there, of course, if you're reasonably familiar with Midjourney. You put that in there. It's waiting to start. Now there's a previous prompt at the top there we were just looking at. Tile is the key word there. There's 4 patterns that it's generated from that prompt. Let's close that down. That one there's a nice one. Number 3. So let's redo number 3. Open it up there. Save image. And that's number 3. Saving it again in pictures. Image saved. Now we can close that down. Close that down. We can go back here. I'll close that one. I'll close that one. No, I don't want to save it because we can make millions of them. Now, nice clean screen. Go up to File, open, tiled paper. It's the one we just created. Open. There it is there. Duplicate the file. Close that one. And just for the heck of it, let's lock that one. Go back to the one we're working on. Now, pixel, new pattern layer from selection, and there we go. There's our new pattern layer. Hide our working background layer, select it up the top right hand corner, and you can see what's happening there. An endless pattern of that paper. Too easy. What happens if I do it from the bottom? Same thing. There's your original image there, just reduced in size. It becomes fairly meaningless at that duplication, but there you go. Too easy. Okay, that's all there is to it. Hope you enjoyed that little tutorial. See you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and click the thumbs up. Thanks for watching.